Audio Jungle.
Hey guys, welcome to Larock's Cooking Adventure. I'm your host Larock, and today we're going to make an apple glazed salmon. Let's go ahead and get right into this. Okay, so we have our whole side of salmon, which you could purchase at your local grocery store in the seafood department. If you guys are only going to get a small piece like this, I would suggest from this side over that you go ahead and get the whole piece versus having them cut and fillet it for you. The reason why I say that is because anytime you have those guys, the vendors, do anything for you, they're going to charge you extra. So we're just going to go ahead and take the skin off. As you see, it has the skin on, off of here. Then we're going to cut it into our portions. Meanwhile, I'm going to turn the oven on to 425 and get it nice and warm and ready for the salmon. Okay? Alright. So, oven is on. It's on the preheat. So, when you're taking off the skin of the salmon, you want to take it by its tail. Okay? If it doesn't have a tail and you just got like a portion, grab it from one of the corners and try to come in. So, what you're going to do with your knife is you're going to hold this piece, the tail piece, and then go in right underneath there. Okay? Like so. Watch this. So I'm going to hold this with my nail, cut down to begin with to get the knife in there. Make small little cuts. Small little cuts. And I would use a long slicer knife really for this, but I have my chef knives here, so it's just going to work the same. Alright? So, just take your time. Be careful with it. What you don't want to do is have a lot of the meat, this part, on the skin when you're cutting it. So, cut it like that. Pull it a little bit, the tail. Angle your knife down. And just slide it through. Like such. Sometimes you might tear it. So, there's a fix for that too. So, don't worry about it. I know all you guys are pros out there. See, like that. Like I just did right there at the end of that piece. I could tell already without even looking. Huh? Look at the skin. Looks good. That's a good cut. Not a lot of meat on there. There's a little pocket here, but that's nothing. Okay. Let's just finish this baby out. Okay. Boom. Now let's have a look at this side. Look at that. Boom. That's good money right there. That's a pretty good cut. This is where I thought I lost it, where this little hole is. But my knife did me good. Okay? Make sure you're working with a sharp knife so you don't jag it up and tear into the meat. This is a pretty good cut. Doesn't get too much better than this. This is what you want to see. You don't want to see any meat on here. Now me, I'm just going to get rid of this skin because I don't have any purpose for it. Now, let's flip this baby back over. Let's get rid of this belly, or some of this belly, which is this portion here. We don't need that. You can save this for a soup or something, or a stock or something. Cut it up like that. Boom, boom, boom. A lot of people do like to eat the belly. Got no problems with that. So, now we have the skin off. And then we're just going to cut it into portions. I'm going to start, usually a chef will start from this end and get the nice portions, right? Save that for a stock or something. Like boom. Like that. 2, 3, 4. And this piece I'll leave whole as one portion. This is about, it feels about 7 ounces. Looks good, yeah? Okay. So, now that we have our fish all hacked up, just going to get rid of that. We're going to season it. And all we're going to use for this is just salt and pepper. Nothing fancy, nothing heavy. Just salt and pepper. So I have some heavy salt, some kosher salt here. Just sprinkle a little bit on. Then we're going to bake this puppy. Like that. Like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Then we have some black pepper in the middle. Like that. Like that. Like that and that. Okay. That takes care of that. Alright, so we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 portions. Just going to set these on the sheet tray. No particular fancy order, just put them on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like that. So we're going to pop this in the oven for about 20 minutes. While this is in the oven cooking for those 20 minutes, I'm going to show you how to make a simple glaze, an apple glaze. Okay, so we're going to take this, put it down here in the oven. Pop this in the oven. I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes, 25 because it's not preheated. So we're going to go 25 and start like that. Okay, so let's get into the glaze. Alright, so let's get into this apple glaze itself. So here we have 2 cups of apple juice, to which I'm just going to pour right here into this saucepan. Now you want your pan to be pretty hot before you put the apple juice in it. What you're going to do here is reduce this 2 cups down to about 1 cup. And the reason why you're going to reduce it is because you want more of the apple flavor inside the glaze itself. And try to cook out some of the additives that are in these juices, etc. So we're going to take that apple juice, put it in this hot pan, boil it to reduce it, make it more stronger, have a stronger apple flavor. If need be, you might want to have some cornstarch or something handy to tighten it up. If need be, then we're going to add a little bit of corn syrup to it to give it a little bit of body and to thicken it up without having to use this cornstarch. That's the goal. But we're going to see what happens as I'm doing this live right here for you right now. So we got this on the high heat already. This pot is a little bit hot. Hot enough. Let's rock. So we're just going to boil this down until it reduces. Okay guys, so you can see our apple juice has reduced down. So what we're going to do is take some corn syrup to it. Maybe about 1/3 of a cup. Like that. Boom. And bring it to a boil. I did pull the salmon out at 20 minutes and not 25 minutes. This is how it looks. So 25 minutes was a bit overstated. We're going to bring this to a boil. Then I'm going to add a little touch of cornstarch to thicken it up a little bit. Let this boil out a little bit. And I have here some apple juice, just a little bit, to add the cornstarch to it. Maybe a teaspoon or so, like such. Okay, so here is a 1/2 teaspoon to which I'll add to this. You always want to add your cornstarch to liquid instead of just adding it straight in, because it will ball up. That's not what you want. And I used apple juice instead of water because we are making an apple glaze, so give it a little bit more flavor, like that. See any lumps in there? We don't want lumps. That's not what we want to do. Just add a little bit. This thing should tighten up nice. Tighten up and thicken up. Careful not to add too much because it will turn into a brick. That's not what we want to do. Just reduce the heat down to a simmer, because we already boiled out what we needed to boil out. So the corn syrup and the corn starch should activate shortly. So let's just bring that temperature down and let it do what it do. So let it tighten up. Shout outs to all you guys who subscribe to this channel and believe in Larock's Cooking Adventures with your 5 hosts. Nana Larock, Wifey Larock, Rico Larock, Poppy Larock, and me, Larock. We thank you for your support. We thank you for your comments. And we thank you for tuning in, subscribing, and sharing this content with those folks all around the world. We thank you all. Just tightening up a little bit. It's on the simmer right now. This pot is hot. Dinner mug. So make sure you don't burn yourself grabbing onto the handle like this, the way I'm doing. Don't do that. Now, in all fairness, guys, I did use a total of 2 teaspoons to get this slurry or glaze to thicken up. Look how it looks now. Beautiful. See that? Ooh, it's hot. So we're simply going to just ladle this over the top of the salmon and then put the salmon back in the oven. We're going to turn the oven now from bacon to broil, because all we're going to want to do is crisp up this glaze on top of the salmon. And to be perfectly honest, we ended up cooking the salmon only for 20 minutes. So we're going to take a ladle, pour some over top. Look at that. Nice and thick, yeah? It's beautiful. Like that. Oh boy, this salmon about to be good. Like that. Yeah. Boom, boom. Yeah. One more good ladle. Just put this right there. Like that. Oh boy, guys. These salmons are looking real good. This glaze is fire too. It tastes good. Yeah. Just like that. And we're going to put this back in the oven on broiler and let it crisp up and do what it do. Okay, let's take this. Oh my God. Put it in there. We're going to put it on broil for about 2 minutes. And you guys be super careful when you're working with a broiler, because it will burn your food. And we do not want burnt food. We want quality food. Alright, so I hear our timer going off. Let's go ahead and take a look at this fish. Oh baby. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Go ahead and take a couple of these pieces. Put them on the plate. See how it came out. Oh, look at that. Oh, baby. Ooh, wee. Oh. There you have it, guys. Apple glazed salmon. Looks good, right? It's really good. And I know it tastes right too. Let's go ahead and have a piece of that. Let's go ahead and do what it do. Let's take it out. I have a piece here I can take from this one. Ooh, hot. There you have it, guys. Larocks apple glazed salmon. Beautiful. There we have it, guys. That was Larock's apple glazed salmon. If you guys like this video or found it educational or funny or any of the above, please subscribe. Hit that like button. Thanks a lot. Peace.